Hey there guys, welcome to another edition of A Week with the Reviewing Network. Today we are looking at the first week of February. We'll go from Groundhog Day, which was also Super Bowl Sunday, to today, February 7th. So, with that said, let's begin with something that we haven't seen around Western PA all winter long, honestly. A pretty good snowstorm. Of course, today wouldn't be complete without watching this classic.
Clear across the Rockies and the Great Plains mostly, but look out, here comes trouble. Oh boy, front coming our way, look out. What's that going to mean to us here in the Three Rivers area? One of these big blue things, this cold, frigid Arctic air, this big mass coming out of the north.
Is that all you're gonna do? I guess so. Already this graphics package is better than what they used to have. Kansas City finally did it. Kansas City and Andy Reid finally got that legacy of playoff failure ended. So yeah, the Super Bowl this year was pretty much the complete opposite of what last year's Super Bowl was. It was a great game between two very good teams, overall great commercials, the best halftime show that they've had in like probably 13 years since Prince in '07. This game was pretty much everything that the Super Bowl should be. Fun and exciting, and keeps you entertained for the course of the entire show. The entire game, what am I thinking? It was nothing like last year's game, which was just a complete mess. It was probably the worst Super Bowl ever. The one team that only showed up to play was New England. The other team that didn't bother to show up and were basically humble bragged after what happened to them in the NFC Championship game. That was the Rams. The commercials, for the most part, were great. I know there were a couple of other ones there were a couple of them in there that were really good, but most of them were kind of bad. The halftime show has one of the biggest FUs to people that were expecting a SpongeBob tribute that wasn't just Squidward introducing somebody, but it was just a bad Super Bowl all around. But this year's Super Bowl completely did everything right that last game did wrong. It was a great game. Good job for the Kansas City Chiefs and Andy Reid. You guys finally broke those legacies of playoff failure, and congratulations, you guys deserved it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is Monday, February 3rd, and my Dr. Sleep Steelbook came in today. I did not get to see this movie in theaters, but I am very much looking forward to this movie. I heard a lot of great things about this. Mike Flanagan is a great director, probably the best horror director out there. You got the director's cut on here. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to checking this one out. In fact, let's go ahead and open this up real quick. There's the front, the spine, and the back. There's the discs. Let me go ahead and take those out real quick. And that's pretty much everything. We put the paper in the back there, and there you go. The Dr. Sleep Steelbook. Well, it is now Tuesday, and my big package from eBay finally came today, and you can kind of see what it is through there, but I'm going to open this up. To go with the World's End, Hot Fuzz, baby. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm almost there. I just need to get Shaun of the Dead, but I don't know how the heck I'm gonna get that because I can't get it on the website, on the EverythingBlu website. It's sold out, but I will get it eventually. But let's go ahead and open this up. Here's like the little credit card. It looks like a credit card, but it gives you like a confirmation of which one this is. This is 380 out of 870. Here's like the paper. I'm gonna put that into the one of the steelbooks here. But again, I love the way this is shaped. This is set up. Like this is it feels like a book. Honestly, it's like I'm picking up an encyclopedia. But I love the attention to detail here. Like the bullets on here. There's the Sanford Police. And let's go ahead and look at the insides. Which honestly, these feel a lot sturdier than the World's End ones do. But go ahead and take a look at the insides real quick. Got Nick Frost on the first one here on the back. There's the front. Again, nice attention to detail here. And then inside, here's the back of the steelbook and the front. Here's the Blu-ray disc itself. Some envelopes here, and just like the other one, there's some stuff in this one. Some cards. Cards that look like postcards. More cards that look like credit cards. 380 out of 1770. I guess these box sets in particular are different. I guess they made a limited number of these, while stuff like this one right here is like they made more of those. But it makes sense. Some trading cards. And that's pretty much the first set right there. And now here's steelbook number 2 with Simon Pegg on the back of this one, and this is the lenticular one. Just look at that. And once again, the steelbook is pretty much the same as the previous one, but inside here there's different cards. There we go. Yeah, it's pretty much the same one. Some more postcards. Some more cards that look like credit cards. This one says that's also 380. Okay, I thought it was a different number. There's that, and some more trading cards. And that's pretty much everything in this one, too. Again, these are really cool sets. I would love if I could find a way to get that Shaun of the Dead one, because that's the last one I need. But that one is so out of print that I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to get it. I have to check eBay every single day until I find a place where I can get it. But, yeah, these are really cool box sets. If you don't... Sorry about that. Yeah, once again, the website is everythingblu.com. I'll put a link to the website in this video below, so you can see it for yourself, because it's on the websites. These two and some other ones that look pretty good too. Like they have a King Kong one, Casino one. I think they just put out a Boys in the Hood one that looks pretty cool. But there you go. That is the Hot Fuzz Everything Blue Steelbook box set, and right next to the World's End one. I need to get that Shaun of the Dead one, and I will try to get it eventually. So fingers crossed I get it pretty soon. Alright, it is now Wednesday, and I forgot to do this yesterday to check the theater listings for this week. And of course the big thing is going to be Birds of Prey that I'm going to be checking out. So, I don't know, I think I'm going to try to go to the 11:20 show. I mean, I would like to see this in XD, so maybe 10:45 might be an option, but I'm definitely going to be seeing that this weekend. This is interesting right here, Uncut Gems Extended Cut. Apparently there's an additional Q&A segment that the Safdie brothers did with Adam Sandler that apparently he didn't know about. They had like cameras all over this restaurant, and people had to ask questions and everything. That's tempting to see. I might go and check that out too, but I won't. I don't know what my schedule's going to be for that day. But see, Gretel and Hansel in the rhythm section are still there. Gentlemen, Turning, Bad Boys, Doolittle. Nothing too different for the last couple of weeks. Just Mercy, Star Wars, Jumanji, Knives Out. And a lot of these are probably going to be gone next week because we got Sonic the Hedgehog coming out in the photograph. So, yeah, the two of them that piqued my interest, definitely Birds of Prey, but also I might try to check out Uncut Gems if I have the time to do so. So it's after midnight, and today we found out that Kirk Douglas passed away. He passed away at 103 years old. And, of course, he's remembered for his great movies like Spartacus, Paths of Glory. And, you know, he lived to be 103 years old, so he lived a very good life. Whatever he was doing, he lived a very good life. He was able to survive as long as he did. And you got to give the guy a lot of credit for the way that he's been able to hold on. I would say if you're looking for a Kirk Douglas movie that's kind of underrated or kind of overlooked, I already recommended It Runs in the Family with him and Michael, his son, and a bunch of the Douglas family members. It's a really funny movie, and I highly recommend checking that out, because I think a lot of people don't realize it exists or doesn't really care about it because it didn't do well the first time around. I remember seeing it as a kid. I had no idea who Kirk Douglas was, but at the time, I was really invested in it because I liked Michael Douglas. I was slowly but surely growing my movie Aurora in a way, kind of like expanding my movie knowledge and all that stuff. And that was one of those movies I thought was really funny, and I think a lot of people should definitely check it out. I think it's kind of an underrated film. But other than that, some new trailers dropped today. I saw the one for Spiral from the Book of Saw with Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson, and I'm not the biggest Saw movie fan myself. I acknowledge the impact of the cultural impact that they've had, but I was never really a big fan of those movies. But I gotta say, this new movie looks pretty interesting. It looks kind of like a 7-ish type of movie, which I think the first movie was kind of like that too. Plus, it's going to be interesting to see Chris Rock be in a more dramatic role. We've seen Samuel L. Jackson do that before, but I'm really curious to see what Chris Rock brings to this. I think he also wrote this as well, so really looking forward to see what he does with this. And then there's Minions: The Rise of Gru. The trailer for that came out today, and You know, I've defended Illumination Entertainment for a number of years now. If you've been following my stuff here on YouTube or on the site, but yeah, I'm looking at this new trailer and I'm thinking to myself, this is a little too chaotic for me. Like I mean, it does fit what you would expect for these type of movies, but there's just so much going on in this trailer. Like, there's no quiet moments. There's no moments of like, okay, let's slow it down a little bit. But no, it's just like fast-paced stuff, like boom, 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 like that. And it's just like, okay, that's kind of a weird way to promote this movie. You don't really get a sense of the plot, honestly. But it looks like it looks like kind of the, how do I want to put it? It looks kind of like a Groot, the young Groot from the end of the first movie, because they showed him as a little kid, and that's kind of where this takes place. And he's going after, and he's stole something from this group of villains, the Villainous Six, which actually has a pretty decent cast to it. Taraji P. Henson's one of the was in there. Jean-Claude Van Damme. I'm trying to remember who else is in there. Give me one sec. Just pulling up the cast list here, and yeah, Taraji P. Henson's one of them. Jean-Claude Van Damme's another one. Lucy Lawless is in this. Dolph Lundgren, Danny Trejo, Michelle Yeoh. They're bringing back Julie Andrews and Russell Brand from the other Despicable Me movies. And, you know, I'm going to give it a shot, but I don't know. This first trailer's kind of a little... Oh, Alan Arkin's in this, too. I didn't even see that there. But yeah, this... I don't know. This first trailer didn't really do it for me, but then again, we'll see what happens with it when this movie comes out. I also found out today that Sam Raimi is apparently going to be doing the Doctor Strange sequel, the one that Scott Derrickson was supposed to be back for, but he dropped out. And, you know what? Could be very interesting. Like, I liked what he did with the Spider-Man trilogy, specifically the first two movies, but, you know, it's Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi is usually good at creating these weird, in-your-face movies, and I'm really curious to see what he'll do with this. I would be very surprised if he finds a way to bring back Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man in this, open up another universe in there. But I mean, we'll see what happens. It leads to a very interesting prospect of what that could be like. So I'm very excited to see what that could be like if it actually happens. We'll see what happens as the next year or so comes, because Doctor Strange, I believe, comes out next May, I believe. So hopefully that turns out to be true. It's something I'd really be interested in checking out. And just like that, we come around full circle. So thank you guys for watching. If you like what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button. And check out our previous Week with the Reviewing Network episode. And with that said, I will see you guys tomorrow for the latest episode of Movie Stop. So until then, take care.